Go the Distance TV, episode 7. Episode 7, I'm almost 100% sure. I'll go back and check. I think it's episode 7. Question in the video is, are you surviving or are you thriving? There's a huge difference between the two. And if we look at sort of a hierarchy of needs, here's a good way to kind of tell. So one thing we ask through our programming at the Distance Project and through Brave Fitness is, what do you bring to the party? What do you bring to the table? What can you contribute? And some people intuitively get that. They're like, cool, I'm down. What can I throw down? How can I give? How can I be a part of this? How can I contribute to building something? And other people are way overwhelmed, like the question just hit them from left field. Like, what do you mean, bring something? Like, I showed up. I made it here. Those are two different individuals in two very different states. And once you transcend the first state of survival and you get to, man, I'm thriving, I can give something back, that is a powerful transition that will ultimately shape the world. We'll have more people who are asking, what can I bring to the party, instead of, can I just leave with a loaf of bread? And we'll be able to solve interesting problems that we're going to be faced with in the future. So we're about to head into a really cool, I believe, direction with this project. And here's what it's going to look like. We're going to be asking more young people through our Brave Teens program and through our Physiology First initiative to begin to engage in positive lifestyle changes. And it's very hard to do that completely alone. It's hard to be in your room alone, just working out and making things happen. And of course it can be done, but I believe it can be done with more of a positive outcome when we do it together. So we're going to work to be onboarding young people onto these platforms that we're building, which are social communities that have exercises, both mental and physical. And we're going to be asking everybody involved to raise the bar a little bit. And some people are going to get scared by that. They're going to say, I can't, my bandwidth is full. I just can't contribute to anything else. And that is not true. That is bullshit. That is a total excuse. Your bandwidth is nearly infinite for human experience. It's amazing. It's not a cup that gets full. It's like an infinite expanse, that the more that you expand it, the more that it expands. It's a really, really cool thing. The more that you want to feel good and the more that you train, the more training load you can withstand. The more that social interaction feeds you and you can feed social interaction, the more social interaction you can stand and contribute to and gain from. And the more that you can dive in and be a contributor, the higher energy you come out with. It doesn't go the opposite. If you feel too exhausted to send another text or write a friend back on an email or contribute to a post online or to contribute to a project that can have value, you need to do more, not less. That's how training adaptation works. When I was super out of shape in my life, super out of shape, the idea of going for a 3-mile run was way intimidating. And I was smoking cigarettes and I was belly hanging over my pants and I felt lethargic and I felt depressed. And I couldn't even imagine going out for a 3-mile run. And now if I don't get out for a 3-mile run, it's very, very hard for me because I'm wired to do that. That's what adaptation is. And we have the ability to self-direct our own adaptation. So you can make yourself very, very resilient, very, very, very high, like infinite bandwidth, very, very high contributor. You'll get a lot back out of that. That's really bi-directional. Or you can do the opposite, make yourself someone who every action pains you and you're constantly exhausted and have no more to give. Not only is that going to kind of suck for you, but it's definitely going to suck for this larger thing called the world around you that we're all a part of. And if we can become individuals who get past survival and into I'm thriving, we can give more, we can solve great problems together. And I think we're going to look outside globally and find a world that we're a lot more inspired to be a part of because we actually helped to build it. So thoughts for the day: are you surviving or are you thriving? What transitions can you make to get to a state where you're not only thriving, you're giving back and you're getting a lot back for it?